this is going to be end of these stories we're hearing about union. Let's talk about co-buying to see if you guys think this is a good idea or not. Co-buying is rewriting home ownership, and romance is no longer required. What is this co-buying stuff? Is it like cohabitating? Is that what that is? Or what is this co-buying stuff? Co-buying homes platonically. That's a trend emerging among homeowners today. Kate Wood, a lending expert, told Fox Digital that co-buying is attractive because housing is incredibly expensive in U.S. Wood said people are co-buying homes with friends and family members. What we're seeing rising now is co-buying between friends or people who are family members, but basically buying a home with someone that you're in a non-romantic relationship with. According to the National Association of Realtors 2025 profile, first-time home buyers consisted of 25% single women, 10% single men. Interesting.
Yeah, right.
While the share of married couples remained flat at 50%, from data collected from July 2024 to June of 2025, in comparison, among all home buyers, 61% are married couples, 21% are single women, 9% are single men. NAR also shared that the median age for buying a home for the first time rose from 38 in 2024 to 40. Wow. Additionally, purchases made by first-time homeowners made up 21% of all buyers in 2025. Christina Modares, a co-buying strategist, shared her experience in co-buying with friends and family and one romantic partner. I tried to buy a house when I was 23. I don't know why I thought I could do it on my own. She told Fox, I was just like, like I'm living with my 5 roommates, like I can do this. I love the fact that they're adding the like in it. I can do this. And then looking into it, I couldn't get a proof or mortgage. So I asked a friend and he was like, yeah, I'll buy a house with you. So that's how I kind of got into it. Brad, good idea or bad idea to go co-buy?
I think it's irrelevant as far as, how you do it, as long as that you do it. If I can't afford it on my own, well, then partner up, leverage another relationship, regardless if it's romantic or not. Just get it done.
You're for it?
Absolutely. Like, get it done. I think the result far outweighs the way in which you do it.
How old were you first time you bought a house?
24.
24 years old. So that Reseda girl really took care of you.
Yeah, no, I mean, she gave me a little bit of a launch pad.
Oh,
yes,
very
she did.
cool. And at 24, you bought a house. What was it?
Just a little, almost track home, Las Vegas, Nevada.
What'd you pay for it?
About $189,000.
Really?
And then very shortly thereafter, ended up selling it, or basically my wife did, my ex-wife. She took it.
She took it.
Yeah.
That's qualified as a sale.
Yes. But again, when it comes to purchasing a home, I think it's the American dream. I think everyone should do it. I don't see real estate being a bad investment. And if you need to go in with a buddy or a friend or, even 4, just get it done.
All right.
I think it's a good thing.
Tom, tell me you have a different position because I want to see a debate on this. Do either one of you guys have a different? Okay, yeah. Brandon does. Yeah. Tom, your thoughts?
Well, I agree with the concept of buying and creating stability because that creates commitment. If 2 people buy, then it creates commitment. If one of them is an idiot, that's going to create incredible stress. And I think that the downside of this is they will end up selling it probably at the wrong time because someone's going to get married, someone's going to get a job somewhere else, someone needs to get out of it, and then both of them are going to end up having to sell it. So I see the benefit in the beginning because they're not renting now, you're both paying into this, and it brings commitment and stability, hopefully, to those individuals that do it because they're tied to the insurance, the once a year, the homeowners, property taxes and things like that. But I see a downside because they're not going to be synchronized when somebody gets married, somebody doesn't get married, somebody gets a job that
So
moves
would you
them.
do it? Would you do it?
No.
In your 20s, would you co-buy?
Probably not.
Would you recommend your girls to do it?
No.
Okay, so you said, look how firm you want to know.
As opposed to just not owning?
You'd
rather they throw away their money?
That's a great point. I wouldn't want my girls to be in a perpetual situation that they are not optimized financially. But I can't just do it for them. I can't write checks for them. And so would I encourage my daughters to do it together? if they were in the same city and their career is going the same way, I wouldn't stop them from doing it, but I would really lay it out. Okay, when do you guys have to liquidate? When do you think this is going to break out? I'd say you really got to think about who you're in with and what their life timing is and your life timing. But I think that part is.
Where are you at, Brian?
Well, I just think there's an advantage in that situation because at some point, you might be the one that benefits because someone's getting married and getting out, and when you have the leverage, because that's your responsibility.
So you can buy the other half maybe a little
at a
cheaper.
discount.
I got the opportunity. Now, if I also, I could end up in that situation where I'm getting married. Now I got to give you the leverage, but I think that's a future positive for someone.
Okay, Brandon.
Yeah, sure. You could say with the circumstances we're in, it's strategic if you match up with a family member and buy it and rent it out to somebody. Yeah, sure. We got to live it within the conditions that we have. But this is the absolute downfall of society. I mean, this is the first time in probably 100 years that we have a worse standard of living than our generation before us. Like, we didn't hear our parents or grandparents talking about having to cohabitate and co-buy a house together. Like, when I'm looking on Zillow, I'll see a house that's like, I'll be like, oh, wow, it's a nice house for $400,000. Oh, never mind. It's a little slice of that house. You get this bedroom for $400,000. Then there's two other people in the bedroom, in the middle, and the bedroom on the far side of it.
Seriously?
Yeah, 100%. They're doing that too. And then there's a thing too where they sell off houses for, say, $400,000, but you get to live there from January through April. Then another person owns it from June.
Stop. That's called timeshare.
Yeah. Well, that's a timeshare, but there is a principle that they're applying to houses like that right now. So they're applying that to like standard real estate, not just vacation places.
Florida snowbirds too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, point being, downfall of society. I know Trump's trying to do a lot of things to.
So for a guy that's 30 years old, you're not for it.
I understand it.
Would you co-buy with Humberto? Humberto says let's
not
co-buy.
with Humberto, no.
Okay.
No, I would do it with a family member or something.
So here's what I think when I read this article. I think, first of all, this article is written by a realtor who's not selling enough properties. And is just trying to get people to buy. It's like, listen, man, if you can't afford it, go get a friend. Like, remember back in the days when you wanted to buy a car? What would the car salesman say? Dude, just go get somebody to co-sign.
That's right.
Go get your dad to co-sign. My dad will kill me if I ask him.
Doesn't your uncle love you?
Yeah. Go, man. Go get your mom. Just tell her, Mom, I need it. Remember that scene from a couples retreat where he calls Vince? He's like, Vince, I got it. Now his name is something else. I got to buy this bike, man. Jennifer left me. I'm really trying to impress this guy. I need you to co-sign. And finally, Vince Vaughn kind of breaks and co-signs for the motorcycle for his friend. I don't know if you guys know the scene or not. But to me, I don't know. If I would have bought a property with some of the friends I had and all of a sudden they're like, I went on a lease with a guy, office lease. His name was Michael. I'll keep it there. And 3 months into it, he says he's sick. So I signed a 3-year lease at this place on Devonshire, 15,600 Devonshire, right off the 405 freeway. 3 months later, he goes to Costa Rica for 9 months. I'm stuck with the assistant. And one of his guys, whose mom's the assistant, every month, I'm thinking she's collecting rent from everybody. She's not collecting rent from her own son. And I'm like, how are you doing this to me? And then they owed me $15,000, whatever. I'm like, this is not, the next office lease is, I'm not, you guys are not coming. You guys got to go get your own place. They had to go to the old Agora Hills office for a few months before they found office. I said, nope. I'm going to find a way to pay this myself. And it created so many headaches. And we opened up a checking account together. And because something happened with credit, even though we had a penny left in the account, I was on that credit. I'm like, no. We have to move on. So you have to pick people properly that you go into business with. And that part, if you're in a if I'm a salesperson, I'm a realtor, you know what I'm saying? What a wonderful, everybody should do this. Everybody should do this. But if my kid comes and says, Dad, I want to buy a property with another guy, like, buddy, I don't know what the other guy's doing. How stable is his income? How pick and choose before you go through it. I'll give you the final thoughts on this.
Well, I would agree. The partner in which you pick is obviously important. But, you buy a house, can't afford it. What do? You rent out a room. What's the difference? You have the single liability or joint liability. But picking the right partner is always the key.
Folks, once a year, we host an event called the Sales Leadership Summit. That event is coming up in the next 2 months. It'll be in South Florida at Trump Doral. And it's for those of you that run a business, because sales is king. Most people don't understand the power of developing sales leaders that develop sales people. This video will break down what's happening at SLS, and hopefully those of you guys that are doing $1 million plus, you'll get a chance to get a ticket for yourself. Go ahead, Rob, play the clip. So many years ago, I realized the size of your income, your net worth, your lifestyle is a pure reflection of the size of problems you solve. So for me, going back 20-some years ago, I was a good salesperson. I learned how to sell. I knew if I ran 3-4 appointments a day, I could sell 2, 4, 6, maybe 8 insurance policies on a given day. Then I asked myself, how do I sell 50 in a day? How do I sell 100 in a day? There's no way I can do it by myself. I had to solve a big problem and go from being a salesperson to being a sales leader. By the way, it is very different being a salesperson than being a sales leader. That's a massive problem to try to solve. What happened later on? I went from selling 2 to 3 policies a day personally to eventually we sold 1 million insurance policies with our company, and we sold that company for $250 million. 3 years ago, licensing 60,000 insurance agents. We solved a massive problem, got paid massively. Let me bring it back to you. In America today, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, we have 13.4 million salespeople in America that go out selling every day working for commission. We have 132,000 VP of sales, according to LinkedIn, and we have roughly 8,000 chief sales officers in America. Now, when it comes down to putting the hat on of being a sales leader, it's a very different accountability, tough conversations, challenging, transferring your knowledge on how to get referrals, how to follow up on leads, how to properly follow up where you don't offend the person, the script you use when you DM versus when you email, which is when you make a phone call, how to give better presentations, the types of phone calls to make, the types of contests to run, how to hold them accountable and drive them and not upset them and they still want to come. How do you steer competition? All of this are things companies that solve big problems that become multi-billion-dollar companies do. So once a year, I host a conference called a Sales Leadership Summit. This happens once a year. To attend this, you need to do a minimum of $1 million a year and have 5 salespeople that report to you. If you want to join us at this year's Sales Leadership Summit, that happens end of March, we'll go through a 200-page manual together on how to go through A through Z of being a great sales leader. Click on a link below, fill out the information. One of our representatives from the David Consulting will reach out to you and tell you more about the Sales Leadership Summit. Rob, what is the website to go to this? Do we have it in the link?
We do. It's in the description. It's also in pinned to the chat. But
can you click on a link just to see what it looks like so everybody sees it? So go, if that's you, click on a link. We'll spend 2 days together at Trump Doral, and we go through A through Z, and it's a great place to network with other performers that are also doing well. There you have it. So what's the website called, Rob?
sls.betdavidconsulting.com.
Beautiful. All right, fantastic. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.